What's yours?
The floor is yours, he said. Shut the fuck up.
Hello everyone. You're probably wondering why I recorded myself talking to you. Well, I'm actually not entirely sure why myself. Thought it would be fun. So, bear with me. Get it? Anyone? Okay. So, this presentation is about identity and a lot about fun. This was totally improvised, by the way. I haven't prepared a thing, so hope you enjoy. I guess I'll start with a little background. Turn the page now. Thank you. Anyway, 6 months ago, I came to the school with quite a lot on my shoulders. If I would be asked to define myself, I would probably include words like loser, idiot, no good, failure, and much more. Most of the time, I said these things to myself. I believe that most of you know that I came to Noam directly after my military service. It didn't work out much like I wanted it to, and I had to fight my way out. It was hard to get out of the Army, but it's been even harder to take the Army out of myself. What? Oh, sorry. Here you go. Sorry. I could probably sit for hours talking about the things I've learned these 6 months. As you can see, I've considered the option, but I didn't think that it would turn out very well. Instead, I'll show you the major learnings about myself these past 6 months that really helped me get to where I am today. First of all, I love to create. It took me years to say this simple fact about myself. The bigger discovery is that I love to create things that I love and have a connection to. Despite this conclusion being a very simple one, it changed a lot of things in my life. This is, by the way, the real reason why the window broke. I haven't told you till now, since I knew that no one would believe me that I was innocently playing with my chemistry set. Please, don't kill me, Pookie. Anyway, my next learning was realizing that the greatest successes in my life were always outside of my comfort zone and pushing myself to my limits. The great thing about this journey is that I've learned how to do that more efficiently. I've also learned to accept certain truths about myself. Folks, there is no easy way to say this. It's a common problem, but I've been denying it and denying it too long. I am a drama queen. I know. So not expected. But it's true. I love drama. And I love even more to create my own drama. This is something that I inherited from my father. A hard life is the only way to deserve happiness. But nothing is guaranteed. Unfortunately, this is not just a mindset. It's a reality changer. And too often, my imagination became reality. Knowing this and accepting this quality as a part of my nature has basically saved my life from the clutches of depression and sadness. Aside from my royal bloodline, I have also acquired a new friend. He lives in my head. I have a gorilla as my power animal. Thank you, Evo, for the introduction. I've learned from him things that nothing on this earth could have taught me. And he's pretty awesome. Finally, I embraced a new guideline that completely contradicts me, and I hope to embrace it better one day. There's so much to read into this, but I leave you just with the reassurance that I don't fear the future as much anymore. And I'm finally starting to try to half convince myself that I maybe perhaps deserve a little happiness and success. It will come from a hard work, but with a different fuel this time. Love. So, where do I see myself in the next 6 months? First of all, I'm going to learn to speak fluent Dutch. It will happen. I will improve my harmonica skills. I want to spend more time with the tribe. I just don't hang out much with you guys. I will run a marathon and get closer to achieving my dream of doing an Ironman. Wait, that didn't sound too good. To complete an Ironman. I'm going to try acting. This Sunday I'll be going to an improv at the crib. You're welcome to join, of course. And there's, of course, business in there. I don't know entirely the direction at this time, but I'll be doing what I love. I'll start with building my own website and finishing Papertown. My top priority remains my identity, though. It took me 6 months to unlearn who I thought I was, but that leaves me with not knowing who I am today. It's not a clean canvas, of course, but now I took away all the stains that prevented me from viewing the beautiful details. So my top priority is to accept and love my own story. This is where I ask for the help of my amazing tribe. I am living in a paradox. I'm mad at myself for not being like other people, and mad at myself even more for not being any different than other people. So what am I trying to say is, help me learn what I can teach you. Help me step out of my current position as a nomad. Thank you.
Questions?
Can you speak a little bit more?
Yay.
What would you like me to elaborate
You hear your voice?
on? You just did. I don't know. If you're wondering really why I decided to do it this way and not any other way, I was just having so much fun doing it this way. So, it's exactly that fuel that I was talking about before. Recently, that's really one of my bigger discoveries, of the fact that I love the creation and I love creating something that I love. And it's such a stupid notion and something that took me so long to actually realize it. But when I'm in a drive, I worked on this thing probably consecutively for 48 hours, working until 4 o'clock in the morning for the past 2-3 days. Just because I really love it. I'm not the least bit tired. I didn't drink a drop of coffee, and I feel more energized than ever. So that's the exciting part. And the ending was also very important for me. That's really my top priority, my next step. Any more questions?
Well, what's drawing the point of these points that you wanted to do the next half year?
Well, what do you mean?
Well, the learning Dutch and all the other things, but I didn't see the drawing as such.
That's something that I want to achieve?
Yeah. Or maybe you do it anyways.
Actually, I was careful with the semantics. I said, I will. So that's very important for me. I said, I will run a marathon. I will hang out with you guys more. I will improve my harmonica skills. I will learn Dutch. If you can notice, there's a lot of grammar mistakes here. It's intentional. And, you know, there's already things and steps, practical steps that I took in order to start doing this. I mean, I am having conversations in Dutch almost every day, trying to have at least 50 mistakes. Harmonica I've been practicing. If you haven't heard, it's good. And I am going to the Kriya on Sunday. Next week I want to work on the website. Thanks to Johannes, I now have an online course that I can take. So there are many practical steps that I'm already taking towards these things, and now it is different because of that new fuel drive. I don't think it less than my focus, but that's always going to be in the background. The thing that bugs me the most is that I don't know who Noam is. That's the simple truth. And I don't think you guys know who Noam is. And it's obvious since I don't have je ne sais pas. So despite all the colorful attributes to these things, these are going to happen. My main focus still remains this guy. So, yeah.
How much from this is shared with your family?
I'm actually hoping to turn this into to a video afterwards. As in, it's not that much work. I just take professional pictures of it, and then I upload the pictures and time them with already the audio file. So everything is there. I just have to connect them together.
And the personal thing?
A lot. I just came back from Switzerland, and this was basically the huge conversation I had with my dad about perception in life. And so there's nothing that's not open and not shared here.
You have so many plans and so incredibly many talents. But how do you feel as Noam that's not doing anything? When you're not doing anything?
It's also something that I have been working on as well. What I do doesn't define who I am. It's who I am that defines what I do. It's another semantic thing, but it's so crazy how much it affected me. I don't have to prove to myself anything. I don't feel that I did this to prove that I have skill or talent. I did this because I said, I want to have fun. I want to do this because I love doing it. I really do. And, it's just insane. I already forgot that I had this kind of fuel and ability to work consecutively on something so long. The answer?
It still needs to sink in, but I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what you are carrying around with you still from the army, in your opinion?
Well, there's always self-criticism in the background. It's still there. The drama queen thing, as funny as it sounds, that's also a huge discovery for me. Because I set and staged a lot of my failures also in the army. It wasn't even done intentionally, it wasn't done even consciously, but it happened. I set myself to failure, and this is also a conversation that I had with my dad, because he had 40 years of failure before he published his first book. And he's, of course, the biggest role model that I had. And I also started staging my life at the same way. I created my own tragedies, and even though I wanted it or not wanted it, I was accepting the fact that my life is sad, that my life is hard, that my life is depression. There's a lot to read into that. I'm a person that doesn't only like drama, I'm addicted to that feeling of closing in, not talking, feeling sorry for myself. You've seen me, most of you, in that situation. So, I'm Noam, oren. I'm an addict.
But what are you carrying with you from the army?
There's the fact that that I failed in the army. I still perceive it as a personal failure.
According to whom? To yourself or
to myself, of course. And there's ways to perceive it, but there's still, I still got kicked out of an elite unit. I still got drive to the edge of my service to sit in a desk job when I was dying to do only one thing, and that was defend my goddamn country. And I wasn't even allowed to do that because they thought that I wasn't good enough. They didn't think, they said it to me in my face. So I was kicked out, kicked around, moved around a lot. And it really didn't do wonders to my self-image as well. You've seen a small taste of it maybe in the application workshop. The only way that I knew how to act in a group was taking control in a certain way that helped me during the army, or that I was taught in the army. So till now, I've been doing that cleansing of identity. That's what I said here as well. I've learned to take away all the insecurities and all the self-criticisms. But now it's basically a blank. I don't know what from then. The failures in my army don't define me anymore.
One of the pictures in what you said in this drama queen, what you said was quite negative. You found a very beautiful side. Can you talk about it? What beautiful side you saw it for yourself?
They were talking about it yesterday, actually, of accepting all of your sides. I'm never going to take away the drama queen out of myself. It's a part of me, and that's why I want to do the drama thing as well, in order to feed it, let it act out, and channel it to something positive. So that's basically it.
Thank you for the presentation. I was very, I don't know, to me it was something very profound in it. So what you described, how you created it, was exactly in it. Like every second of that recording and you standing there turning the pages, every second I could feel the energy that you put in, the flow that you put in. That's really amazing. I would like to invite you to search for a different name or different names for several vocabularies, like drama queen. Like you can rename that person into a different name, to an appreciative name. And maybe you can find a different word for failure. Not now, just food for thought.
Hard comments.
I don't really know if it's a question or more feedback, but that guy here has a big question mark in your face, in the face. Can you flip the page again?
Thank you.
Yep. So I'm just wondering, when you don't have an identity and you don't know who you are, what's then all of this?
It's things that I love to do. It's things that come around. This is also, I don't know how to put my finger on it yet. But I came up to Jord yesterday with this question. When you think about me, or how do you tell others about me? How would you tell your mother about me? And that was basically the end agreement. So there are words and qualities that I possess, but it still hasn't come into a certain identity that I can adapt to. And I also noticed that it's not something, I know that it's not something done intentionally, but I also noticed that yesterday when Jan was sending words of appreciation to each one of you, in a way that there is some sort of thing that defined each characteristic with every one of the tribe. Magician, the doer, the musician, the good person. There's always like that small, I don't want to put a title over my head, but I want to be approachable enough. And that was actually, I was working on that as well. What I really want from that, I don't want a title, but I want to know what you can come to me for help about.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that I don't have that. I feel that I can't be approached to help other people. And the reason why we're here in Nomads is to find out enough about yourself to be strong and coherent about yourself enough so you can help your surroundings now. And after you can help your immediate surroundings, you can help the world. So, I'm not there yet. There's still that question mark on my face.
And when are you there? When are you good enough? When have you reached your goal?
It's not good enough, but I don't know. Maybe it's like love. When you know, you know. I don't know yet. Any more questions?
Have you tried checking whether this is true with people?
Yeah.
What they
It's
say?
not just from the past 2 days of going up and asking random questions. This is feelings that I've gathered up.
Can you go back to the beginning?
Do it all again.
Yeah, but some of them were so beautiful and too fast gone.
Thanks. There was this small detail actually that I knew that it was too small for people to
The
actually
gorilla's
see.
got 3 fingers. On his left hand, and on his right hand he's got 4.
Not that small detail. It was just the detail that Pookie's looking in the window and then Pookie's holding a gun.
I saw it.
So no one's noticing that. That's why I said don't tell me Pookie.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
Sorry.
And what was the outcome of the test? What you did? That it is dynamite and that it works? Or?
No, really good color.
Can you tell more about how you discovered the gorilla?
Actually, it's a great story. I can tell you about it later. It's
I
a
also
journey
wanted,
I did in my head.
I also want a power animal. It's really cool.
That's this guy.
Why don't you have up yet?
Let's go into feet forward.
Our animal guys can try it.
There's some kind of
That's also why I asked the question. So when you go back to that one paper, could you do that, the second last one? That's why I also asked the question, and I think I also told you. I think it's not true. I see your identity, and I see a lot of qualities that you have. I know a lot of things that I can approach you for help with. And I think you shouldn't be too hard on yourself, because I think you have a strong identity. And I really appreciate you, and I love this presentation, and I can see that this is your fire, creating, doing stuff. And I see a lot of things why I would go for help to you.
I think you indeed have a very strong identity and many good sides and very lovable and good to approach. Sometimes I have the feeling I wish you could approach yourself a bit better and help yourself more and see your identity and know that it's good enough, because look what you can do, and this is not even half of what you can do. You should be happy with yourself.
I still remember we had some workshops in the beginning, and for example the stepping stone workshop, and it was about passion, and you became quite angry and you said, I don't have a passion, I don't know what my passions are, I'm here to find it. And now I'm sitting here and you have a paper with 6 big passions on it, and it sounds so natural that you already have it. Like what you were very angry about in the beginning. And on one side, I find it beautiful, and I think for me, and it's just my perceptions, it's the same with identity. You know, you're very focused on identity, and after a while, it will come. Also, with the sentence of it was said yesterday, you don't have to need to be. So as I heard from you now, he said my identity is also how can I contribute to the tribe, or how can I contribute to my environment. But I think this is not your identity. This is your behavior you're doing and your contributions. Your identity is you, and you don't have to do anything for it.
I'm glad you failed. I wish you failed sooner.
Sorry, I didn't.
I'm glad he failed. Because you're here. And you're part of our tribe. I don't know. Maybe the army would have just kept on stifling that. That you achieved something you wanted to achieve or thought you wanted. So I'm glad.
Sorry to do it again, but can you go back? Because
Which one?
well, somewhere in the beginning, and then yes, and then keep flipping them, and I'll tell you when to stop. Because somewhere it struck me. I don't know.
Hanging that up.
Oh no.
Different presentation.
Maybe further at the beginning?
Maybe first words.
Yeah.
You the last one.
Yeah. What's the first?
On?
Yeah.
Holding a pizza slice.
Is this actually one of those plates that they have around on the
Yeah,
neck?
duct tape.
I want to remark one thing, and here you go.
What's the maths thing?
No.
Where have you used that mathematical formula in nomads?
Nowhere.
It's how you. It's,
Okay, sorry, continue.
Occupied space.
let me show you the tribe. Because
okay.
No, stop.
Yours actually was good.
yeah, I just saw all these faces there, and it's really with super small details you can recognize everybody there.
Yeah.
And it's something I only saw with very big cartoon artists, like the big. If you see like Suske and Wiske and Tintin and blah blah, they can do it like this, and you can do it too. It's really powerful to make with very small details. You can really show what person it is. Only with the hair.
To the right.
Huh?
From the right, yeah.
That's me. And left it's Anna.
Yeah.
Thomas.
And that's Thomas. And there's Noam. And there's
Jan.
Kim.
Now I get confused.
That's Paul and that's Frank. That
Yeah,
was
and then
right,
there's Giovanni. No, Giovanni's left.
And Paloma.
Paloma is there.
Oh, so which one's Johannes?
And
I
the
thought
first
it
one
was-
is Nadav.
That's Johannes.
Oh, that's Johannes.
Where's Nadav?
Nadav is the first one.
Mohican.
Yeah.
But I think it's very powerful if you can do this with super small details. I really love
Wow.
it. Thanks.
This is completely
Yeah.
crazy. I didn't see that.
I remember the day that you did a constellation, that your grandfather got a medal from the war, that your father is a famous, very good artist. I could give a medal to you for your commitment to grow, and to keep working on yourself at this age of all your life you have given until now. All the hard work you have done, and you still keep working every day to change yourself and to change the world in a very useful way. So if I had a medal to you, I would give it.
Additionally, I like your application form keeps coming back to my mind. The many phases of Noam oren. I think it's a very beautiful transition to where we are now. I also see this as beautiful place to be and to have another 6 months to continue.
And do your end presentation in Dutch.
Ah, boo.
You managed that.
We're going to work at home times.
I suggest that we leave it here. More personal feedback in the envelope. There is little notes outside the window.